Great Lakes Prepping here. You may have seen my video from a while back in which I showed you how to make a Berkey-style water filtration system for a fraction of the cost using 5-gallon buckets. That video has been viewed hundreds of thousands of times, and I get a lot of questions from people who asked how they can store the water filter elements when not in use. As always, I do my best to answer questions in the comment section of each video, but I figured it was about time I just made a video to answer this particular question. So you've got some Berkey black filter elements or similar water filter elements from a different brand, and you want to store them either for a couple weeks or for much longer. Well, it's pretty straightforward either way. The first thing you need to do is just remove the filter elements from your system, be it a Berkey or a DIY version. Now determine if you need short-term or longer-term storage. Say you're going out of town for a week and you don't want to let your water filter system sit there with stagnant water. Just take those still wet filters, put them in a big Ziploc bag, and stick them in the refrigerator. When you get home, slap them back in your filter system and you're good to go. I will mention that it's possible that you will need to reprime them after they've been sitting in your fridge for a week or two. The manufacturer recommendations are a maximum of 2 weeks when storing them in a fridge like this. They'll start getting funky after that because, refrigerated or not, they're still wet. Mold and mildew will eventually start growing. Now, let's say you only use your filter system sometimes and you want to store the filter elements in between uses. Also, super easy. The big thing is letting them dry out completely. I prop mine upright so water can drip out the bottoms while also air drying. Make sure to air them out for 24 to 48 hours. You really want them bone dry before the next step. And the next step is wrapping them up in something. You can use a big Ziploc bag for this, or you can do it the way I prefer. Vacuum seal them in a food saver bag. Gets all the air out of them, keeps dust and anything else away from them while in storage. Now just put the filter elements in a place somewhere out of the way. Not too hot, not too cold, just room temperature or thereabouts. Now they'll be ready to use again weeks, months, or years from now. Note that you will definitely need to reprime the filters next time you use them, since they are completely dry at this point. And that's it. That's all you need to know if you want to store your Berkey-style filter elements. But a quick note about the optional fluoride filters. Once you've used them, you can't store them for long term. Once the fluoride filter elements dry out after having been wet, they're basically ruined. You can store them short term by ziplocking and refrigerating, just like you did with the regular filter elements, but you really can't let them get dried out. Fortunately for me, I don't really have to worry about filtering fluoride, but if you do, you'll end up just having to replace them if you're not going to use them for more than a couple weeks. So that about covers it. A pretty quick and straightforward video that hopefully answers all your questions about storing this type of water filter element. Be sure to like and subscribe and stay up to date with all our latest stuff, including future water filtration videos. Thanks for watching, and until next time, this is Great Lakes Prepping.